Welcome back to Allen Farms. My name's Troy. Today we're going to be working on a long 680 4 drive. It broke off. There's the shaft right here. It broke off right back here. Boats broke off. Back early spring we used to load manure with. They broke off and worked on it a week or so ago and just ain't had time to finish it up. So thought I'd bring you guys along with me and show you how to maybe put it back together. So I'm gonna get the tools out and I'll pick you guys back up here in a minute. Alright everybody, the other day I come down here and that hole there on the bottom, that one on the side there, the bolts broke plumb off and they was just enough sticking out to get a pair of pliers on it and get them out luckily, so man didn't have to drill it. Alright everybody, got me a wrench and my bolts and stuff. See if we can stick this shaft back up here on this gearbox housing. Alright guys, got my ratchet, got my new bolts to go back in it. Back to the spring when this broke, these bottom two here, they just sheared plumb off, but luckily there's enough sticking out. I got some pliers on it. Luckily they backed right out, and the other two just fell plumb out. But here's the shaft laying right over here. There's the cover right here. It lays in, runs all the way right up here to the front axle. Got some new bolts. We're gonna try to stick it in there this thing and get it fixed. That way we've got another loader tractor. That way we ain't just got one. I'm gonna get this stuck up here and I'll pick you guys up here in just a few minutes. Let me go get a wrench and a extension from a ratchet. I'll be back. Got me a wrench here. See if I can get on it. Tighten this one up and we'll see if we can get this sucker snug down here. Alright guys, you can see that little gap right there where the bolt goes into the gearbox housing here. I tightened that bolt all the way up because I didn't know for sure if that was going to be too long and rub the back side of it or not, so I'm going to tighten this on up a little bit more and make sure it ain't going to rub. That way if I need to get some washers put behind these bolts or get some shorter bolts if I can, and make sure it ain't gonna rub on the back side of this housing. But after I get this one tightened up and I make sure it'll work, I'll pick you guys back up. Alright guys, just as I suspected, the bolts are too long. I tightened that one all the way up just to see what one bolt would do. Run it all the way in there, and before the yoke ever got tight against the housing flush here with it, it's done hitting back here. Like right there, it's rubbing. You can't even spin it with your hand. So I need to go to town in the morning and see if I can find me some shorter boats. If not, find me some get me a lock washer and a washer or two and space it out here a little bit off the housing there. That way the boats will work. Okay, town this morning, got some boats. Let's see if we can get this sucker put back up here and tighten back up and be ready to go again. Got me some lock washers put here. That way if it's just a little bit longer, it'll take up a space. I'll tighten this one all the way down like I did yesterday to make sure that it ain't going to bottom out too, just to make darn sure. But it's about a ½ inch shorter than what I had yesterday, so it should work. And yoke housing's always flush. Let's see if you guys up here look at it. Can. It's flush up against it, so it'll work. It still spins freely behind it here, so. And no, that's not how it goes. You get a line. I'll take this boat right here back loose and spin this back around and line all 4 boats up and put them all in it. Then put the cover, put it back up here. It's got 2 boats up here and 2 boats back there, holds it up here. And after that, she should be ready to go. About aggravating trying to get a wrench in here. Wish I could get a socket. It'd make life a whole lot easier, make it a lot faster, but you can't get it in here because it's hitting the yokes on each ear. So I guess we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way and use a wrench. Take a ½ turn at a time. Now I got it spun around there like it ought to be. We'll see if we can get the rest of these boats stabbed in there now. Let's see what the issue is now. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I guess when it snapped the bolts off on the bottom side when it broke, it oval shaped this hole here and this hole up here. Boats won't go through it. So I guess I'll just take the drill and we'll drill them out a little bit and That way the boats will go back through it. Well, shoot. Yeah, it's just these two over here. I guess when they broke, I guess when the top two fell out and all the pressure was down here on these two, when we was loading manure with it, all that pressure, then when it snapped them off, it overshaped them. We'll see if we can get the drill and home them out a little bit, make them work. Be cool if I get a ratchet in here. Make life a lot easier if I get a socket on that. If it was easy, everybody do it though. Half turn at a time. Come out there. Just like the whole shaft out, it'd be a lot easier to drill. Oh. I just slid the whole shaft out. Slides right up there to the front. Slid it out, it'd be a lot easier to drill on back of the truck than it is trying to drill it laying down there. You guys might be able to see it better now. See them top two holes, how they're wobbled out. And this third one down here, it's oval shaped a little bit itself. We'll see if we can take a drill and bit and fix them up a little bit. Take a rag here and we'll get try to get some of the grease off the shaft here. I'm laying back up under, make we don't get covered in oil and grease again. Off a little bit smaller. Work herself up to a little bit bigger one at a time. Might be a little bit too big still. need a vise. Let's start. See if I can get it started with this one. Size. Work herself up. Get out there. Ow. See if I can get me a big pair of channel locks. Hold on to that. To the ear here, maybe. Yeah, we'll see if we can do it. Get one of the boats and see if it'll fit now. This one over here is just a little oval shaped steel, but it's a lot better than it was. I believe we put the boats in it and snug them up. We'll clean this face off before we take it back over too and get all the metal shavings and stuff off of it. Get all the grease and stuff off of it. I believe it'll be alright. Use some of these Gojo towels. You know, I've never been a person to use none of these, and I got some the other day when I was at Harbor Freight. And I really like them. They'll clean your hands pretty good, and anything that you want to clean anything with, they work pretty good. I believe it'll work now. We'll get it, we'll stick it back up on the tractor, and I believe it'll be fine. Now, the right thing would have been done probably is take it off and go get one for it, but I believe it'll be just fine. It'll work for who it's for, won't it? You guys are wondering what I'm laying on here. This is one of these moving mats from Harbor Freight. If you ever have to lay on the ground or lay on gravel or anything, they a must to go to. I like them. They work pretty good. After a while, they finally get wore out and they'll start ripping. Throw them away and go buy you another one. They work pretty good. They're worth the investment. I don't know if you guys can see much or not, but it's about the goodest, about the best part of the place I put the camera. Watch me struggle trying to put the shaft back up there and get it lined up. That worked pretty good. Alright, I got it slid up in there. Now let's see if we can get it get the hose line back up and get this thing ready to rock. Get this thing ready to go. Two in up here, not. Crank the tractor and raise the front tires up off the ground so I can spin the front tires here. So I can spin the shaft around to the bottom here so I can see them bottom two. Way to look and what I have to. Yep. Crank the tractor and raise the front. Crank the tractor up and got the wheels up off the ground so I can spin the shaft here. So I can spin it around here and get to the bottom two. Put them in there, then I'll tighten them down. Then I'll put the cover back up there and we should be ready to go. Okay, I got them all in there. Got them snug down pretty tight. So we stick the cover back up here and I believe it'll be ready to go. I don't know if y'all can see where that's gotta go in there, but it's easier said than done. Let's see if I can get a ratchet and see if I can get it down there then. Well guys, I got the shield put back on the full dry shaft, so it's all buttoned up now and should be ready to go next time we need it.